Good morning from the EPCOT Center parking lot. We are here today to kind of go over all of the stuff that's going on here because there is a lot. We got tram updates, we got construction updates, we got restaurants that are coming. Let's go inside and have a look. So there aren't actually any trams running right now because there aren't very many people here at EPCOT at the moment, but I wanted to show you that this is the new tram drop-off area. Instead of going all the way up to the front of the park like it used to, they moved it out here and they're doing some construction to the old tram stop underneath the monorail. And as with all the other parks, when they do construction on the tram stop, that moves the parking situation and the tram stop very far away from the front entrance. So now it's quite a hike. You have to work your way all the way around here, going in through the bag check at the front of EPCOT. The very first thing we see when we walk into EPCOT is the fact that all of the gardening for Flower and Garden Festival is gone here from the center, as well as the construction walls up around the Leave a Legacy tombstones. And actually, the tombstones are now gone. If you look over on this side, there's the tall ones. We should be able to see some of those over top of the fence, but they are officially gone. And before these walls went up, we actually made a video about Leave a Legacy, and we'll put a link to that in the description down below. It's kind of an interesting story. Well, this is interesting because on the way in, it didn't seem like there were very many people here, but it's a 50-minute wait for Spaceship Earth. Well, even though on the way in, some of the flower work and some of the planting for Flower and Garden were gone, right here next to Spaceship Earth, some of the topiaries and some of the flowers are still here. So our first stop today is over by Test Track, Mission Space, and the Guardians of the Galaxy coaster over here. We're gonna go have a look at the construction progress of the Guardians of the Galaxy coaster. Monorail! Admittedly, the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster is not as far along as I thought it would be. They still got studs on the outside of the building over here. One thing that I did want to point out though is that this is the old Universe of Energy building. That'll be the main entrance and queue to the roller coaster. And then if you see this kind of reddish colored roof, that is the launch into the main show building, which is the giant building behind it. Can't really see a lot of the building right now. We don't know much about the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster other than that it is opening in 2021. It is a launching coaster. It is a spinning coaster, much like Cobra's Curse over at Busch Gardens. And it is a storytelling coaster, very similar to, say, Gringotts or something like that, where there's a storyline that happens on the roller coaster. So you'll have to forgive the noise of Test Track over here, but I wanted to show you guys the new space-themed restaurant that's coming to EPCOT this year. And we've actually found out that this is going to be operated by the Patina Restaurant Group, and it will have an internationally inspired menu with more than 1,000 bottles of the world's finest wines and a wide selection of craft beer. We also know that there's not going to be any windows inside, but we do know that there's going to be screens on the walls to simulate windows. The windows will look out into space. And if you guys are wondering what else that Patina Restaurant Group operates, they operate Via Napoli, Morimoto Asia, and Marie and Enzo's, just to name a few. Unfortunately, that's all that we know about this restaurant. We don't even have a name for it yet. We do know that it's between Mission Space and Test Track over here, and that it's opening in 2019. Test Track noises. I thought for sure that all of the topiaries would be gone by now. Also, check it out, the purple martins are flying in for the season. They are all over their stands out there. One year we got to learn all about the purple martins, and we'll put a link to that video down below. It's a pretty interesting story about them. Oh yeah, they definitely have taken out some of the Flower and Garden stuff. There used to be a whole photo scene here where you could take a photo with, I think, Goofy. I can't even remember now. So it seems like they're working their way out from the center. Like the center is where they've gotten rid of all of the Flower and Garden stuff. And then towards the outside, especially around Future World, there's still some remnants of it. Here's the perfect example of it, looking over towards the Imagination Pavilion. Just a few days ago, this was all quilt work, flower work. Now they've replaced it with fresh sod. You can actually see the fresh sod that they just laid compared to the grass that was there before. The other thing that I just noticed as I was standing over here looking at the quilt work, this is where the butterfly garden was. You can see the entrance to it was right there, and now it's all closed off. I can't even see through there. I don't know if the butterfly garden's still there or not. And thus all I had to do is take one step back, and yes, the butterfly garden is still there. Monorail! I actually started making my way over towards the Imagination Pavilion because I was thinking I would just take this path out to World Showcase, and I can't. It is blocked off because they have started doing the work of tearing down the little playground back there and maybe changing out this booth. I think that's a permanent booth that just stays there for all of the festivals, but you can tell that they took out the bistro back there. From here you can also see that they haven't finished putting down the sod work. Looks like they just ripped out some more of the flour and they still have to put sod over there. Here's a little bit better view showing off where the Honey Bistro used to be. And you can definitely see it's all gone now. They have officially taken that booth down. It's always interesting to see what was a permanent booth and what wasn't. So this was the area where La Isla Fresca was, completely gone. Also confirming my theory that everything that's in the front of the park or the main drag was taken out. So no more topiaries here at the entrance to World Showcase. I feel like during the food festivals, tables are so hard to find. Now there's just so many of them everywhere. I don't understand. They're literally everywhere. Yep, once we've made it a little bit away from the main drag, we're back into seeing topiaries. There's the three caballeros. So I don't know what's going on over here at La Cantina, is they have some scrim up, but the restaurant is all open. People are still in there ordering food and sitting down underneath the overhang. But there's scrim up all around the outside.
Suddenly, he found himself crossing into the land of the dead. A magical world where no living person had ever been.
Now it was here in the land of the dead where a charming trickster named Hector met Miguel and whisked him away to compete in the talent show for a chance to meet Ernesto de la Cruz.
Now Miguel was very nervous, but Hector taught him a special call to help him find his courage. It's called a grito, and it sounds something like this. And with that, Hector helped Miguel seize his moment with this song. Que el cielo no es azul, ay mi amor, ay mi amor. Que es rojo, dices tú, ay mi amor, ay mi amor.
Ves todo al revés, ay mi amor. Pero que piensas con los pies, ay mi amor, ay mi amor.
The Rivera family gathers together to celebrate all of their ancestors. And now, also Hector, whose photo has finally been placed upon the family's ofrenda to be remembered always.
Remember me, though I have to say goodbye. Remember me, don't let it make you cry. For even if I'm far away, I hold you in my heart. I sing a secret song to you each night we are apart. Recuérdame, aunque tengo que emigrar, recuérdame. Soy mi guitarra y es llorar. Ella con su triste canto te acompañará hasta que en mi brazo tú estés. Everyone, remember me.
Whoa, Miguelito, Miguel Rivera, what a surprise. Come here, muchacho. Everyone say, hola, Miguel.
Hola, Miguel.
Now, Miguel, you travel all this way from Santa Cecilia. Won't you do us a big favor and perform this last number with us? What do you say? Would you like to hear it?
Señoras y señores, buenas tardes, buenas noches, señoritas y señores. Esta noche estar aquí es mi pasión, qué alegría, pues la música es mi lengua y el mundo es mi familia. Y el mundo es mi familia, and the world es mi familia.
Thank you very much. Muchas gracias. And bravo, Miguel.
Oh my goodness, it is so hot outside. I need to dip in here and get some air conditioning. It's about 12, 20, and 92 degrees outside. There it is, the perfect spot to cool off. Grand Fiesta Tour.
We sing and we samba, we shout. They say we are birds of a feather.
Look at that, you can see the Skyliner gondolas moving through EPCOT. Wow. That's intense looking. Speaking of the Skyliner gondolas, that is where we're headed next. Right there where you can see them, the France Pavilion. Check out some Remy's Ratatouille Adventure construction updates. Before heading over there, I did want to check into Disney Traders and see if there was anything really interesting as far as merchandise goes. They have some merchandise here for the Women's World Cup. soccer balls and T-shirts, and the T-shirts are $24.99 and the big soccer balls are $19.99. Here's something that I thought was really interesting. I've never seen these before. These are buttons. You get a pack of 2 for $9.99. I'm here for the rides. I'm here for the autographs. I like this one down here. Looking for thingamabobs? I'm here for all the rose gold. Whoa, this one is absolutely amazing. These are pretty awesome. I feel like these were shirts at one point, but they decided to just make them into buttons. Here's something that I thought was pretty interesting is that this booth over here in Canada, the Northern Bloom that was from Flower and Garden Festival, is still open. They're just selling beer and popcorn right now. There's no menu sign or anything, but you can see there are people up there ordering from the beer taps, and I can see a popcorn machine back there. Over here by the International Gateway, that is a much closer look at the Skyliner gondolas, making their way into Epcot from the Riviera Resort. From the bridge in between France and the International Gateway, we can see a little bit of the construction they're doing down there. You can kind of see it over top of the building over there too. A lot of stuff going on over here. So looking at the France Pavilion, if we look off to the right, not only do we see the Skyliner cabins going, but we also see this construction wall over here. And the whole reason that, oh look, there's an uncovered gondola right there. What is that one? Oh, it's Monsters Inc. And the whole reason that there's a construction wall over here is because this will be the new expansion to the French Pavilion that'll be home to the Creperie, just known as the Creperie. Also, I think that this will be the entrance to the Ratatouille Adventure, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, and also the new Beauty and the Beast sing-along that will be back here. So the all-new Creperie will feature cuisine from celebrity chef Jérôme Bacchus, the mastermind behind the pavilion's Chef de France, and Monsieur Paul. The new location will offer table service dining as well as a quick service stop for guests craving savory crepes called galettes and sweet crepes. And the only thing that we know as far as opening times for any of the stuff here in the France Pavilion is the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World, which is 2021. So sometime that year, that's as far as we know. We can see the Skyliner station over here at International Gateway at Epcot. They actually just stopped running all of the gondolas. I don't know why, but you can see they are still working on it. I have a feeling that this right here, this little arched way, will be an awning type. Like you can see the green one to the right that's cloth. I think that's what this one will be too. So not much more work to do over here. I wonder when these are gonna open. So although I do believe that the entrance to Remy's Ratatouille Adventure will be on the far right side of the France Pavilion, over here on the far left side, we can actually see some of the buildings through the trees there. It's gonna be a very large trackless dark ride, very similar to the one that is in Paris. So if you guys have been there, you guys know what this one will be like. I haven't been yet. We've now made it over to the Japan Pavilion, and right over here to the right, you'll see these construction walls. These are hiding the construction of a new signature dining experience called Takumi Tei, which means House of the Artisan. So this design celebrates the relationship between Japanese craftsmanship and the natural world, while the food is inspired by the wonderful collaboration between nature and Takumi, the artisan. So Takumi Tei is scheduled to open this summer, and it is run by Mitsukoshi USA, the same people that run Teppanydo and Tokyo Dining up here in the Japan Pavilion. This restaurant will also feature a multi-course tasting menu with traditional tea service. It'll have premium cocktails, premium sake, craft beers, and a bunch of different wines to try too. Sounds like it's going to be a really interesting restaurant. Another thing that doesn't actually have a lot of construction to show is Illuminations. Illuminations is ending September 30th with the new show, Epcot Forever, starting on October 1st. So I think that maybe just a little bit of this new planting out here on this island is for that show, maybe? Because I think they put new launches or something out on those islands. They were definitely working on them the last time that we were here, but they're not working on them anymore. So there you have it. That was our trip out to Epcot Center to check up on all of the new construction that's going on. There's a lot of stuff happening out here. I'm excited for 2021. That seems to be when most things are opening. So there you have it. With that being said, we are off. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
I'm Abby.
I'm Matt.
We're from West Virginia. And now it's time to pay the price.